I think in this case, it's maybe more of the personal journey that I've entered by doing the work. And so when I came with the butterflies to Colombia, it was maybe the first time that I thought about my own roots and ancestry, because the elder in the group kept asking me, and you, where are you from? And I kept saying, I'm here from the city. And she's like, but really, where are you from? And that was a different spin on the where are you from that I usually get in Canada. That makes me really upset. And this one was like, yeah, where am I from? I have no idea. And then her meeting my grandma, and then my grandma speaking a language that I had never heard before, Muscubun. And then me being like, who am I? I don't like, I'm like 26 years old, and I didn't know this part of me, and I hadn't like encountered that of myself. And so then like trying to scratch a little bit of the surface of like, where is our family from, what are our roots and our ancestry, and that was great for me to start unpacking. And also like it drove me into like depression and all kinds of like dark spaces, because I was like, how can I be so old and not know where I am or who I am? And then feeling like not wanting to identify as indigenous either, because I don't want to appropriate or take up spaces. But there is ancestry in me, and there is my grandma's tribe, which now I know it's Muisca, is matrilineal. And so like there is, if she had chosen to stay in the reserve, then maybe I would have grown up differently, and all the things that I lost, but also all the things that I got from not being there and being able to go to Canada and learn from other indigenous nations. It has, I think, I still struggle to identify myself or to say who I am, but I do know that's a part of me. And I am so thankful to the elder in the butterflies that just kept pushing and then supported me throughout, like didn't leave me hanging, but was like, okay, I'm here, we need to talk more if you need to have someone to talk about it with. And I think that's so kind, considering like all the things that the community is dealing with and all the support that she was giving to people in her community, that she made space for me. I will never forget that kindness and that generosity. And I think I mentioned that because I think it's so essential to why I'm so committed to working across Indigenous women's collectives and Black women's collectives, because I think colonialism has really impacted so deeply how we can feel about ourselves, that it has me thinking that I'm an imposter by claiming just my reality. And so if that's the case for me, I think that by supporting the groups and the collectives that I'm supporting, that I think that's helping other women, other young women, to not feel like that, to embrace who they are, to be able to have spaces to share their learnings, their knowledge, their ancestral knowledge, to be able to keep working towards undoing the patriarchy and undoing colonialism and undoing capitalism and all of the things that are affecting the communities in ways that are also healthy for one's body, because I think that can easily that can easily undo you and do a lot of harm on yourself if you don't have the appropriate support. So I think art is the best, it's like a really great way to be able to explore that, which is why thinking of the butterflies doing their dance, but the Indigenous woman and Afro-Colombian woman here doing theater, and being able to use those art avenues to talk about that and unpack that, to me is beautiful. And I think that's the story I wanted to share, because it's so personal, but also it's so telling of why I'm so committed to advancing